Okay, let's go. Ready?
Yes. Uh, Good afternoon. I'm Dr. One of doctors working in this clinic. May I ask you what's brought you in today?
Yeah, doctor, it's I had this broken arm. It happened about 6 weeks ago, and I was told that the cast could come off after 6 weeks. Just came in this week, and they said, well, it's not the bone is not healing well, so it's going to stay. Just wanted to know what I can do, basically, and why is it the case?
First of all, sorry to hear about that. Uh, I actually, um, uh, I actually seen your X-ray, and it shows that your bone is not healing well now. Before answering your question and dealing with the cast, I need to ask you a few questions to get a better understanding of your current situation. Is that
Okay.
okay with you?
Yeah. Okay.
So, uh, uh, do you have do you have any diseases in the past?
Any illnesses?
Yes,
I just have asthma, doctor. Yeah.
asthma. And do you take any medication for that asthma?
Yes, two inhalers. The blue one and the brown one.
Okay. And also, because I suspect you have a condition which is called osteoporosis or weakness of bones. I need to ask you a few questions regarding this situation. Are you taking enough calcium or vitamin D intake that have been prescribed for you?
No, I don't take any prescriptions. But yeah, what do you mean by vitamin D? Where should I take it?
Yes. I mean, another question before asking your actually this question. Do you have any history of weakness of bones in your immediate families? For example,
Uh, yeah.
mother?
Yeah, my mother had this weak bones when she was 55. But, they said it's because of menopause. I thought it only happens in women.
Yes. And have you had any other fractures in the past?
Mm,
In some, okay.
no.
Uh, okay. Actually, regarding to your X-ray of bone and also the positive history of osteoporosis, I suspect that you have a condition which is called osteoporosis,
Right.
as I mentioned. This is a condition in which, because of some known or unknown causes, the bones are weak and actually susceptible to fracture, and also delay healing. Mm, is that all right?
Okay. Yes, so are you sure I have this illness, this osteoporosis?
Yes. At this point, I just suspect, but we can do some more tests to confirm this situation. For example, I can refer you for something which is called bone mineral density testing. Is a actually um, is a is an X-ray which shows us the density of your bone, and with
Okay.
having this, we can confirm that you have this condition or not. Uh, is that okay?
Okay, so what if, doctor, I just start taking calcium and vitamin D? Would that be helpful?
Yes, actually, after confirming your diagnosis, one of the ways we can combat this condition is taking calcium and vitamin D, do some exercises,
Okay.
and there are some other precautions to actually think about that.
And
Uh,
is this test a blood test, or what kind of test is it?
Yes, very good question. It's something like X-ray taking.
Okay, okay, fine.
This is actually is instrument. You need to go inside it, and this will actually measure the density of.
Okay. Okay. How was that?
Doctor, as usual, I talk too much. I still think ice, is the principal problem of us. But I feel personally that I do better than previous one.
Okay,
Previous one.
so better, which means what score?
Against 6 to 7.
6 to 7. Okay.
I,
So
I'm not there enough to tell actually higher level.
okay. So what do you think, Doctor? What do you have any opinion? Do you have any comments? Which part was done well?
I think the information gathering was good.
Okay.
Uh, Maybe like the question order was we can start with the like more general risk factor like diet and like sun, exercise, and then go to the past medical history of the patient.
Correct.
And
Okay.
we're going to the past medical history means that we are directed by the notes. And for the information giving, it was also good. Just the part of we all always missing the chunking and checking. Like we need
Because
to do it
doctor, we
more.
yes, we fear of running of time, and subconsciously omit actually the trunking and checking. We need to
Right.
more.
But in fact, that is what is required, and uh, that is to your benefit. When you do that, the patient cooperates, and you don't have to speak too long. The patient asks you questions. Basically, the scenario is not to be disruptive, and um, unless in specific cases. So it's better to chunk and check, and it's more effective. The patient gets convinced more quickly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's because of like those like QE2 and NAC because at those
Yes.
exams like finishing the task is very important. We need to get the diagnosis, but here we need to get used to like not finishing the task even if like we don't finish the
Yes,
task,
we
we
need
just
we need to change
do
our
the
mind about the NAC and QE2 about this exam.
Yeah, I know. I understand that. Yeah, I've done it. I know. I've been there. So okay. Yeah, it's we want a structure more here. So yes, order of questions is a very good point. I think it's better to start from more general and do the personal questions, then go to family history. Um, okay. What about exploring ice? Did you?
The idea was taking off the cast, which I mentioned that is
yes
early.
here I think the, even for myself we didn't answer it directly like we left it for the like we need to say first that didn't the bone didn't heal and we need to
Yes.
explore the reason behind that
Exactly.
why that
So
I didn't do this bridge too.
yeah. So basically, when the patient is asking you a question, you need to answer it, regardless of where you are. Okay. So when the patient asks why is not why the cast is not coming off, mm, So you need to answer it. Okay. So that's the main agenda. But basically, the patient is here because of that. That's the expectation to know why. And so at first you need to give your opinion and you say, well, from the let me ask you more questions. Okay, you did. When you ask the question, you need to say, okay, I think the reason your bone is not healing as usual is because of something as we call osteoporosis. You did say that, but you didn't mention the cast. Okay, you said that I think you have osteoporosis, but you didn't relate it to the cast, that the cast is staying because of that. Uh, or maybe you did, I don't know. Did you?
Actually, yes. I mentioned that your bone is not healing well, and
Mm-hmm.
I suspect that I suspect that it might be due to a condition which is called osteoporosis, and
Good.
I
Okay.
asked, yeah.
Right. Okay. So you did mention then, and then you said that that's the reason that we need to keep the cast. But if I say, I mean, like I did in the first time, if I say so, but I was told that it would be taken off in 6 weeks. So why? And then you need to say, well, that's what we say normally and usually. We don't say in everybody. Okay. Um, Overall, I think it was good. I think, and I agree with you. It's 6 or 7 or even 8 probably.